Hey, so now I'll be watching Grandpa and Grandma Turn Young Again, episode 2. And I don't really have much to say before I get into the episode, so now into the episode. Without farming, boys, you wouldn't have a lot of food. Oh, please, I doubt that. You'd be considered country bumpkins, so not that would be right, but you wouldn't have much luck. See? Country life ain't so bad. Reminds me of the Apple family from My Little Pony. How quickly they were swayed. Now my question is, will they be able to live longer now because they're young again? Or is it similar to what happened with Aang in Avatar The Last Airbender, where although he was frozen for 100 years and then he became unfrozen, due to the strain in his body from the 100 years being in the ice, plus being in the Avatar state, it caused him to live a much shorter life than most Avatars. He died when he was around his 60s. So is it similar here, where like although they're young, doesn't mean they're gonna live longer lives because of it? Grandpa and Grandma and their children. Oh, cats. Oh, Grandma. Okay, cats. Did he buy her a dress? Oh, that's so nice of him. Like after 60 years of marriage, it's still like this, huh? They're still like this no matter what age. Damn, he reminds me of that guy from Year on Ice. Oh gods. That's extreme to you, Grandpa? She's like, let's try it. Now she thinks completely different than you, Grandpa. Probably picturing them doing that. Well, he did do in the trailer, so. Damn, Grandma. True. So it worked after all? Ooh, what if she gets pregnant? And they have a kid and her dad now has a sibling that's like over 30 years younger than he is. Not the arranged marriage. What? Oh, so they at the very least have 2 kids. Oh, so she doesn't know. So what if she studies? Okay, that seemed like that was caused by her, so. Unless he's always nagged her about it. How very teenage drama-like. Aww. Oh, so she was prone to sicknesses. Also, you guys have a baby. Maybe you shouldn't go on a vacation right now. Okay. Oh, times have changed. Oh. She's gonna surprise him, he's gonna have a heart attack. Hey, just like you, runs in the family then. Haha, runs in the family. I love the cats. So cute.
もしかして、そうだよ。声の調子は
Oh, is it a scam call?
風邪か
朝引いててさ、母さん
Hmm.
声出てる気がしたけど、
わだっけいつも手間けどよ。
話変わるんだけど、急に必要になってさ。
10万まったく、振り込み詐欺待っとれ。じゃあ、ここさ、振り込め。
そうそう。
Take that to the police, Grandma.
お前はいい。
ありがとう母さん。もう
ああ、それと、ねえけど、つらぐな。
Oh, that's nice of her to still offer support. Okay. I mean, maybe she shouldn't have told him that. But okay. Oh, wow.
ばあさまも
で、守らんとね。
Did she convince him somehow?
日頃の電話は。メガネ必要なくね、おばあちゃん。カレンダーの嘘。私でも見えないの新聞。
I mean, it's far closer than the calendar was.
広詐欺師、超人じゃ
I want to know what happened with the bear.
何しとるん
Grandpa.
おばあちゃんの視力すおばあちゃん。
Oh, this is gonna be funny.
じ、い、ま、
oh,
す、へ、い。
she just realized.
孫の前でくどく。
They do it against her now. What? Of course they have. Wait, no? Oh, right, different times, I guess.
で歩いてる。
Is that not the point?
もうロマンがないな。たまには近所の店に。
臭いとかいろいろもらいす
でも今日は冷えるの。
んだな。なんで手袋を片方
まで、じいさまの。
want to see if he'll hold her hand to keep it warm. Mm-hmm.
これで手つないだら塩を飲みにして
At least he remembered that.
じいさま、結構すぎ。
大丈夫だべ。
大丈夫じゃないべさ。二人並んで歩くのも悪くないし。
今日は鶏肉
She took the initiative. Mm-hmm. I feel like it's gotta be warming up in more than Nabe stew, Grandpa. Y'all are over 60. Calm down.
というわけでなんだ高弘
Finally, somebody with a genuine reaction.
間違いなく若い頃の親あるがその
Finally, somebody asks.
体の調子もすごく
Oh, of course, I have to be a doctor who asks all this.
話はそれからだ
Oh, okay, I like this one. The grandma bra.
考えたのか結果は後日伝えるとりあえず今日はこれで終わる
お母様、
T-
ガンガ見た。まず CT と適切な時期に抗がん。
医者を目指したのは母さんを救うためだ腕のいい医者を検査をしてるだけ出ていくしかないのか
わしさできることは先生。
すまないね自分の力でそれでもなんだか食われたような気がするんだ
Oh, same thing his daughter said. That means she still has cancer, though, right? Haha, cute. So they had like 3 kids then?
血を抑えてるべ。
今起こすこのまま絶対に死なせねえ
They saved their tree. Maybe it's a reward for all their hard work and love.
だか
に気になってたんだべ。
I could sell it.
飾ればいいがった
でもそれじゃただ腐らせるだけだべ。
Why didn't they show us in the first episode?
なんか不思議な感じがしての。食えと言ってるような気が。
Or maybe the tone isn't for the first episode, but who knows? So is finding a golden apple extremely rare, so it fits the bill. Hmm? It's falling. Oh my god. What the hell? Don't tell me she died. It's an hourglass, so it is timed. Is their use timed or they're just their whole lives timed? Flip it around. Ah, okay. Oh shit, so that was her life before. She had very short time left and now she has a lot more time.
な夢もあるべ。
Okay, so that kind of answers that question. She has a lot more time to live now.
だとはそういや
なんだじ。
年
Oh wow.
なな食いたいものとかあるかい
別にいつも
してるのがじさまだべさ
いやいや今さらケーキとかって年でもない
You are now. You're young again.
もうそうだいつもサプライズされてばっかりで
There's no age limit to cake. He got cake for them.
じさまさっきなもんでこんな嘘つきな
お互い様だべ
身の立ちさまこういう
孫娘にはせんよばあさまだから
Aww.
嘘をつくんじゃよ
They're so sweet together. You can afford it, Grandma. So we got to see a lot more of their relationship in this episode. We found out they've been married for 58 years now, and that I'm assuming essentially they got married either in their late teens or early 20s. And they essentially had 3 kids, and they raised them all on this apple orchard farm, and now all their kids have different paths in life. The son that we saw in the first episode, I don't know what he does, but he has a wife and his daughter seems to like him, so that's good for him. Their other son is now a doctor, although his relationship with his daughter is strained right now because I'm assuming that maybe she feels pressure just to become a doctor and maybe that's something that she doesn't want to do anymore, or maybe she feels inadequate compared to her father, and that's why she's so upset and she ran away from home. Or maybe her father's really pushing her to be a doctor and nagging her about it, and that's why she got so upset. But for right now, they have a bit of a strained relationship, and I think they have a third child, a daughter, if I'm not wrong, and we haven't seen her yet as far as I know, so I'm curious to see that. I felt so seen when their doctor's son asked them basically all the questions I had hoped somebody would ask. He checked their breathing and their blood pressure and everything. And then they're gonna do some more tests and they're gonna try to figure out how this happened. And I'm like, finally, somebody is asking all the questions I was asking.
Vindication!
So I felt very seen by the doctor. And knowing that Grandma has cancer, though, that was surprising and sad. And something that's kind of personal to me because both my grandmother and my dad have had cancer. They're in remission now. And also, recently my dog Candy, she was diagnosed with cancer throughout her whole body and she passed away from it. I'm glad to see we got to see more of the interactions with Grandma and Grandpa and their relationship and how it was so different back in their time. They didn't hold hands and go on dates. That's not how it was done. It's basically, you just happen to glance at somebody walking by and then you declare, let's get married, and then you get married. No, I'm just kidding. But apparently, dating wasn't really a thing before. It was just, you meet somebody, you like them, and then you try to see if they want to get married, and then you get married. There wasn't a whole lot of dating back then, or even if there was, it was through chaperones, and there wasn't really a whole lot of PDA, which personally I'm glad for, because I'm not a fan of PDA, I don't like it, so the less of that, the better. I also find it funny how we see the different sides of Grandma and Grandpa. How Grandpa doesn't see the point in doing certain things, like holding hands or watching romance series, but yet Grandma does want to hold hands, and she does like romance series. I also found it very sweet that Grandpa not only bought her a new dress because he knew that she always wanted a really pretty dress, but also that he ended up, first of all, remembering his anniversary. Which honestly for both of them is a win because at their age, I mean, come on, they could forget. And also he took the initiative and got them pieces of cake. Now how both of them managed to each put their own plate of food in the fridge without the other one noticing the other one's food is already inside the fridge is surprising to me. But also I'm assuming that the grandma made the food first and she put it in the fridge, and then Grandpa ended up going out either the night before or earlier that morning and got cake and put it in the fridge, and he saw that she had made that, but he didn't really mention it before until Grandma saw the cake. And then he brought it up that, oh, sure, I bought the cake, but you also made this secret treat for us, so we're pretty much the same. I'm also wondering if, since Grandma's young again, although I'm pretty sure it doesn't mean that she's cancer free, but I'm wondering if this gives her a much better chance of beating the cancer and going to remission and not really having to deal with it anymore.
Shoo, how is it that you still look so good?
Stop. I look young on the outside, but internally I have prolapsed.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, I can tell.
I like the shenanigans between the grandparents and their grandkids, and also the different type of relationships they seemingly have with their own kids. And both relationships seem pretty good, so I'm curious to know how their relationship with their daughter is. And also, I'm kind of glad that although the grandma is over 70 years old, she didn't fall for the caller scam.
Hello?
Hello, is this Mrs. Lin?
Speaking.
Hi, Mrs. Lin. It appears that there's been an error at the bank, and we have $50 that belongs to you. We can credit your account now if you're able to confirm your account number.
Oh, okay. I'm not sure. Let me find my card. Oh, here it is.
Go ahead.
The number is 4579. Fuck off, you scammer!
She immediately clocked it that wasn't her son, and she recorded it. That was smart, because I thought she would simply maybe write down the number or something, but no, she recorded it to have proof. Just in case it happened again to anybody that she knew or anybody else in general, she would probably take that to the police and have them hear it and be like, you know what, I got a call from the scammer and here's a recording of what he says, so that people can be cautious of anybody calling them and saying that.
Hello? Oh, sure. My account number is 6969. Fuck off! Yeah. Can you believe these telescammers? They think we're stupid, saying I had $50 credit in my bank account. And his voice was clearly altered like he was some kind of robot. That's it! We have to do something about this. I'm here to report multiple crimes. My friends got ripped off by a telephone scammer. He got their bank account numbers and stole from them.
And also she gave good advice. Any calls past 6 p.m. should be taken with caution, because that's just weird. Although actually now, sometimes they call even earlier than 6 p.m. So just be wary of calls from numbers that you don't know. And apparently their couple's tree isn't going to be growing any more golden apples. So I'm curious to know if it grew that golden apple out of both gratitude for them saving it after Fadano was dying, and also as proof of both the fact that they fixed the tree and is the proof of their love, aside from their children of course. And this is a gift from both the tree and maybe even the gods, that they're given a second chance at life again, and they'll be able to live the life they never got a chance to live in the first place. Because one, they were poor, and two, their grandma was always getting sick. And now that they're much younger, getting healthier, they get to live the lives that they didn't get to live the first time. I also found it funny how neither one of them mentioned possibly selling the golden peel for money. And then grandma was like, well, we can't leave it out because it's gonna rot. And the grandpa's like, but it's gold. This episode was really funny. I think personally, this episode is a bit better than the first one, because the first one is much more comical, much more kind of all over the place for me personally. And this one is much more centered and grounded, and it gave a good basis of the story. And I was like, okay, that's good. So I prefer this episode versus the first episode. They're both good, but right now, this is my favorite one. And I'm really hoping that they animate their backstory one day, because I want to know how they met and how it went down. It wasn't just enough for me to see their recreation in the first episode. I actually want to see the backstory with them with black hair and it happening in real time. Now, having said all that, I can't wait to see what happens in the next episode.